This is KGW News at 11.
We have new images tonight of a crash involving a Portland police car. Overnight, 2 Portland police officers were headed to an emergency call when a speeding driver hit them. The crash happened on Southeast Powell Boulevard and 67th. The officers were taken to the hospital and are expected to be okay. The other driver was cited for careless driving and speeding, among other things. Welcome to KGW News at 11. I'm Christelle Kumwe. Now, the city of Portland has a new plan to help deal with the violence in one of the most troubled neighborhoods in the city. There will be beefed up police presence in the Old Town neighborhood. Art Edwards has our story.
The plan will put 6 officers and a sergeant on the detail here in Old Town. There will also be barricades that will be put up in a 12-block area to keep cars from driving around. Because there are more and more people who are returning to Old Town, there's a focus on safety.
I'm not surprised at all. I think it's definitely been needed for a while, so I'm looking forward to the change.
Meg Gibson works at Silver Dollar Pizza on Northwest 5th. It's just inside the area that will be off limits to cars and will have the additional police presence.
I think this neighborhood has been wanting that for a long time, regardless of your political views. I think that everyone is on the same page in that regard. And I think having the police presence will just eliminate and tone down some of the issues we've been having.
The issues include an increase in violence in Old Town. The area has seen an average of 4.5 shootings a month since September of last year. And since the start of this year, 7 people have died in shootings, stabbings, or assaults. The city made the announcement of the safety plan on Tuesday.
We are in this together. We are in this together as neighbors. We're in this together as operators. This is a team approach.
People spending time here like the idea of a safety plan.
There needs to be a lot of safety restrictions and things put into place here because it's crazy over here, yeah. It's always crazy over here.
It's not just the additional police officers and the street closers that you'll be seeing here in Old Town. The mayor's plan also calls for additional lighting to help people feel safer. Reporting from Old Town, Art Edwards, KGW News.
Just need to come in here, guys, have a great time, enjoy our food, enjoy the people around it.
Meanwhile, in Troutdale, a new food cart pod had its grand opening earlier today. The area is called Troutdale Station. And as you can see in the monitor right behind me, there are several food carts and both indoor and outdoor areas for people to enjoy. The spot will be home to 25 small businesses.
So we're located right in the heart of the Troutdale, right in front of the arch. It's a great intersection to be very busy. We're very happy and we're glad to be part of the Troutdale community.
Troutdale Station is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. And here's the best part. The area is dog friendly. All right, we have an update on a wildfire tonight. The Oregon National Guard will continue to work with fire crews at the Double Creek fire burning in eastern Oregon. The National Guard first got there on September 10th. They're offering security and stationed at roadblocks. The Double Creek fire is the largest fire burning in our state. It's nearly burned 158,000 acres so far. Oregon and Washington are getting a new federal grant to tackle the fentanyl epidemic. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. It's the #1 killer of people 18 to 45 across the U.S. Oregon will get more than $20 million. $15 million of that will go to the Oregon Health Authority. Washington will receive more than $27 million. The money will go towards expanding access to drug treatment and recovery support. It will also make life-saving drug Narcan more accessible. For the last couple of years, Oregon has ranked high when it comes to the number of people struggling with addiction. At the same time, the state is right near the bottom when it comes to meeting the needs and treatment for those who are trying to fight this disease. Now, Alma McCarty spoke with people in recovery and advocates at this morning's Walk for Recovery.
Saturday morning at Pioneer Courthouse Square, people in active recovery.
Being able to connect with people that are just like me and understanding that I'm not alone.
And those who love someone struggling with addiction.
The journey to get there is hard, and it shouldn't be hard.
Gathered together to celebrate what recovery means to them while addressing the current obstacles of getting to that place.
This is a crisis. There is a solution, and when we implement that solution, all of Oregon is going to be lifted up.
A new OHSU analysis highlights the problems and gaps in Oregon's addiction recovery system. pointing out the lack of prevention specialists, of addiction counselors, of facilities and community centers. Mike Marshall, executive director of Oregon Recovers, said the statistics are staggering.
The numbers are glaring, but they're now a roadmap, and so that's really exciting.
Marshall explains Portland's Walk for Recovery is one of 5 across the state, participants proudly promoting their recovery journey.
That's hugely important, and their family gets to walk alongside them and be proud of them. And that, sorry, I get emotional every time I talk about it. That is so amazing. That dynamic is so extraordinary.
Brandon Lyle entered into recovery in 2017 and hopes his own lived experience can guide others and show people they're not alone.
So when I got introduced, I just thought it was just a thing that you did because you had to go to court. And what you had to do because your probation officer told you to do. But like when I actually committed to it, it was such a beautiful thing. It was like finding God.
Pam Connolly is a founding member of Oregon Moms for Addiction Recovery.
These people give me hope. These people give me hope that my child can be out here someday too.
Her son suffers from substance abuse disorder and has been in recovery for 5 months. But getting help and treatment wasn't easy.
Somebody who's sober, it can call every single day for a month and get nowhere. How is somebody in active addiction supposed to get help?
Through walks like this one, they're building community while working to fight Oregon's addiction crisis.
Walking today so someone else has access to recovery down the line, whether it's their kid, their neighbor, or someone they'll never know, like to be empowered that way is just, it is so moving and motivating.
In downtown Portland, Alma McCarty, KGW News.
This week, our special edition of Straight Talk focused on fentanyl. We invited experts, parents, and advocates to the conversation about how to save lives. Now, here's a clip from that talk.
You know, the way that I talk about it with a lot of the young people is it really is Russian roulette, and that and part of it, and you guys can probably speak to that too, right? These pills are not standardized. They're not coming out with, so one can have a little bit of something and another can have lethal doses.
You can listen to the full conversation on our YouTube page right now as we speak.